Alright, first see this mobile application. So I created this Android mobile application using Google AI Studio's AI tool. Initially when we used to create mobile application, we had to set up everything, like we have to install IDs, we have to install packages, we had to install dependencies, and also we had to install some third-party tools like simulators and any other tools that would support your environment. So overall we have to set up a complete environment before building an application, and after that coding comes into picture, and then you do a coding thing and stuff. After some time your mobile application is ready that you can test on simulator. But after that AI came into picture. That too, with AI you could create mobile application, but those AI tools need to be installed in your system, or you have to download those tools into your computer. So what if I say you do not need to install anything, you do not need to download anything, you can just do all these things in browser itself. So for that there is Google AI Studio that you can use to do all these things without installing anything, without downloading anything. Simulator is there, the ID is there, you can set up environment without any extra effort. So without any delay we'll be building an application through new feature of Google AI Studio, which is Android building. So here we are on Google AI Studio. We have already talked about Google AI Studio in previous videos, but in this video we'll specifically talk about the Android feature for creating Android application. For that you just need to come on this build, and after coming on here you will see this dependency which says build an Android application. So click on this dependency which will be integrated in your project. Now you need to give a prompt to create your application. So for now I want to create a workout tracker, so I am giving a prompt here. Alright, the prompt I have created through ChatGPT. You can just go to ChatGPT and take a prompt for your application, or if you have anything specific for your application you can just write it down here in the input box. But for now I am not going to create a complex application. I will be creating a simple application so that we can check the functionality of this dependency. So I give a prompt here, just click on this build. Right after clicking on the things, it will start working on the problem statement. First it will think of the problem statement, divide the problem statements into different chunks, then it will come up with a particular solution, and also it will ask you for a design, what kind of design you want. Alright, it's here. So it is saying there are 5 kind of designs, which one would you like? So there is bend to grid, professional polish, sleek interface, natural tone, high density, or if you have anything else to give it as a design you can just give it. But for now I am going with bend to grid, so I am selecting this, then you can just skip it. So right after giving it approval for the design, it will start working on the coding things, and here you can see it has already started working on the files. Here you can click on this code to see how folder structure has been created and how these files are being written as a code functionalities. So there's an application, then source folder, inside it there's main, and then Java, com, just drag it bigger, and there's data. Inside data there are 4 files of Kotlin, there are resources, and in UI it is being actually created in dynamics, so that's why these files are being coming. One more thing, right now the files are being created, the data is being integrated, but once these files are ready and you want to export the data, you want to export these files, the code files, into your system, you can just do this by clicking on this export, and you can download it as a zip file and use in your other IDs like VSC or any other tool that you want to use, right? And also you can export it to Anti-Gravity, which is pretty good idea for now. Maybe it will take some time to create this application. I am not going to do anything, we'll just sit back and wait for it to complete its process. So let it complete and we'll be back afterwards. Alright, it has implemented the things. First it has implemented all the things that is written in the prompt, and it took somewhere around 437 seconds. The changes while the files edited are over here, but after that it took somewhere around, what we can say, 306 seconds, because we gave an external command to add bend to grid design for the application, which is this one. So if you want to know how this application works, what are the features it has implemented, you can just go through all these documents, the pointers that it has given about the application. But we are not going for that, we will check the practical things in the application, which is in dark mode right now. The name is workout tracker. It will first show the total progress, how it will show, we'll check it. Then there is a streak days, how many days you have done continuously, and there is a volume, how many kgs you have what we can say gained or lost. I mean, I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm thinking it is. So just click on this log workout, and here's the form where we can just give the name of exercise, how many sets per sets, how many reps we have done, and what is the weight in that particular rep we have used in the exercise. So just give a name of exercise and save. Okay, so the exercise has been listed here. It says we have done leg press on this particular date and time, and this is the weight we have used for 3 sets and 12 reps per set. Let's add one more exercise. So it says this week we have done 2 exercise and we have done squats, leg press, but it is all about what we have done and how we have done. We have to maintain a list that this is the workout list, but we need to follow them and we can check it out. So just give it a prompt like this, which make more sense about an application to track. So here I give a prompt, modify it bit, let user create a list of exercise for that day, and then if user checks it after session, counts that exercise. So alright, that's the prompt, and let's add authentication as well. We are not adding the database thing because in the first prompt we already told AI to add database for SQLite. So for now we'll just give on this send prompt. So let's click on this. Again, it will take 5 to 10 minutes. We are not going to do anything. We'll just sit back and we'll let it complete. So we'll see afterwards. So alright, it took somewhere around 340 seconds to make all the changes that we gave in the second prompt, and these are the files in which it made the changes, and here are the features which it has implemented, like the authentication flow, interactive daily goals checklist, because we have added a prompt for the checklist thing as well. So I have logged in, and this is the UI which look like now. So click on this add agenda. Agenda is something like a list that we want to execute in today's workout. So for now I have added 2 exercises, one is squats and second is leg press. This is the list that we need to follow in today's gym. Let's see if we check it out. So yes, we are able to mark it. Yes, for example, we just mark squats that we have done and we are not marking leg press. So how it will be impacting in logs? So in logs we can see we have done squats only, we have not done the checklist second part, which is leg press. Okay, so that's how it will be visible. Now let's go to the profile section, because we added authentication that should be visible in profile. So in profile it says this is the email ID that we have used to sign up. Alright, we can log out and close. So just log out, and this is how our authentication first login page sign up page would be look like. Now we have created the application, we have the code, we have the folder structure, we can export it in anti-gravity, and we can just export it in our device. We have few more feature, and in that feature we can also publish this application. So just click on this publish. It will take somewhere around few seconds, and here it says this application will not be available publicly. You can just send this application to your known people, because for now it is not publishing the application to Play Store. The feature will be coming soon. So for that you just go to share and you add the email ID of the person, of the what you can say anyone to whom you want to share this application, and you can just copy the link or send it to, and that's how you can share application to that particular person. And the version, like what is the current version going on for the application. We use the 3 prompts, so the third one, the latest prompt, will be taken as the latest version of the application. That's why it is writing over here this is the current version, or you can just switch between the versions, right? There's the secret. In the secret you can mention the environment variables, like it has mentioned the Gemini API key. You can mention any other environment variables that would be needing to create an application, or you can just log into GitHub or create your repository from here only. So these are some amazing features from Google AI Studio to create your Android mobile application without writing a single line of code or without downloading any dependency package ID. You just need to paste a prompt, you just need to give a prompt with functionality and add that Android dependency in the Google Studio Code in build version. So that's how you can create your mobile application, Android mobile application through Google AI Studio easily. So this is all about creating mobile Android application through Google AI Studio's new feature of creating Android application. So try your things, try your ideas on Google AI Studio, and let me know in the comment section what you are building. So we'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.